Hello, I'm Elisha Quintana, and today I'll be discussing to you my Session 2 project proposal. I am a student at Colorado Christian University, and I will be discussing you an interview, multiple interviews that I've had with Amy Archer, who's a physician and owns her own practice, and I was able to shadow her on multiple occasions to do this project. So I will just dive right into it. The background of the project is American healthcare prices are way too high and need to be lowered. All citizens will benefit from lowering the healthcare costs within the country. I had the unique opportunity to shadow Amy Archer, a DO, family practice physician, Maz USAF IRR, and she was very helpful into allowing me to shadow her and look at her own practice and how they can ultimately eliminate costs so that um, the patients are actually paying less and lowering costs throughout the country. This can ultimately help citizens throughout the United States gain health care and utilize it for the greater good of their family. The need assessments of this project would be process flowcharts, patient satisfaction surveys, and financial analysis so that we can ultimately see the different costs in different areas, such as medication, the uh, types of different care, and what ultimately is being cared for at the family practice, whether it's if they're doing more EKGs or it really doesn't matter, just to see what is used more within the facility and what's used less would ultimately help eliminate costs on buying material and not wasting material as well. So there are different aspects and need assessments that could ultimately play effect in helping this cause of lowering healthcare costs. Stakeholders are providers, patients, medical personnel, practice managers, and the physical network. The providers would need to also suggest and make sure that they're ultimately transparent with each patient so that the patients are known of the costs and what everything is that they have to do in order to cover such costs. Patients as well need to be educated as much as they can going into any procedure and know what time of year to get different types of medical treatment so that they can utilize full potential of their healthcare benefits. Um, the practice manager needs to overlook any expenditures throughout the practice in order to um, be an effective manager in managing costs and managing the budget overall. Supporting stakeholders. The supporting stakeholders are patients, providers, medical assistants, and practice managers due to the fact that patients need to be on the same page as the providers in that they need to be aware of different costs and different options so that they are fully on the provider's page of knowing the best options for them. And the providers themselves need to be transparent about this so that there are no miscommunication and that so patients ultimately are being satisfied throughout financially and throughout the care process within the healthcare organization. Medical assistants also need to be aware of what's going on, and practice managers to add continuous support to each other so that the growth and the ultimate outcome of this goal can be achieved. Resisting stakeholders are providers due to the fact that this may mean less earnings overall. Doctors, administrators of huge organizations. The huge organizations are the reason why healthcare is so skewed. When a big organization takes over a smaller organization, that causes the inflation within the healthcare costs. due to the fact that they are overcharging and different other reasons that I'm not going to go into right now. But this is the ultimate. These are the resisting stakeholders that need to be on board as well. Um, Although this may create earning differences than what um, care providers are used to now, it will ultimately create a better healthcare organization overall for the United States. The stakeholders' goals is maintaining quality care for patients, lowering costs of care, and mergers of hospitals should be treated differently so that there isn't inflation of prices. These Going back to what I said about these mergers, the mergers of bigger hospitals on smaller hospitals create this unfair gap in prices that really should be monitored and really should be looked at as monopolizing healthcare. And these are many of the factors into inflation of costs for healthcare and things of this nature. My biblical perspective is that in all things I've shown you that by working hard in this way, we must help the weak and remember the words of the Lord Jesus, how he himself said, "It is more blessed to give than to receive." Acts 20:35, English Standard Version. Then this says it all. It's more blessed to give great quality of care within healthcare itself and in the United States than to take home money that is materialistic and shouldn't be um, taken as the head or idolized in any way. As thought to by the Lord Jesus Christ. And I fully believe that by helping and lowering costs for all individuals to be able to receive healthcare is the ultimate goal. The goal of this project is to lowering costs of healthcare in the United States. The United States has the most expensive healthcare system and spent $8,508 per person on healthcare in 2011 per commonwealthfund.org. Creating a better all-around system that provides high quality of care is the second goal. The requirements and tools would be for in order to achieve this would be process flowchart, a patient satisfaction surveys, financial reports, spending reports, current income levels. We need a process flowchart to analyze different aspects within the healthcare organization itself. We need patient satisfaction surveys to see how the patients are liking these changes and if we should. We also need current income levels in order to create a business report and in order to create a business model itself of different employees and what they're getting paid. And this is a manager's duty. For my literature review, the first one is Healthcare Systems, 3 International Comparisons. This is by Barbalt. There is a decent medical care available in other advanced countries at lower costs. That the outrageous cost of medical care in the United States is one of the greatest disadvantages of the system, according to them. The next literature review, I decided to do Introduction to Healthcare Management. This is a book that I had to read throughout the courses of healthcare management at Colorado Christian University. As a healthcare manager, there are 6 basic functions, including planning, organizing, staffing, controlling, directing, and decision making that will be used in order to create this project, and that is a tool that I will be using. The next one is U.S. is the only wealthy nation without universal health care, and The United States is the only developed country without a universal healthcare system. So this can ultimately help me in proving that we need to change our system. Um, the other literature reviews were why is healthcare so expensive, and sustained. Thank you all, and I hope you have a great day.